It aims to foster, promote and entrench national consciousness, social cohesion, nation building and patriotism in society. That's the Department of Arts and Culture's National Identity radio campaign under the slogan Afurika Tshipembe lashu, meaning our South Africa in partnership with SABC Education. This campaign entails promos and the campaign entails fillers, interviews and discussions on various education and current affairs programs across the 11 languages. Well, to tell us more, we're joined in studio by the Deputy Minister of Arts and Culture, Rejoice Mabudafhasi, and Acting Group Executive of Corporate Affairs, Mohlolo Lephaka. Good to have both of you. Welcome to the program.
Oh, thank
Welcome.
you.
Good. Lovely
Good
to have
be here.
you. It's an absolute pleasure.
Yes.
Now, give us a little bit of background into the National Identity radio campaign. What inspired all of this, Minister?
Firstly, as you've just mentioned, that it's for social cohesion, patriotism. This is what we're encouraging to every South African, old and young, business people, interfaith, and everybody. We have to be patriotic about our country, and we have to love our country. We'll be able to take this country forward. By doing this, we are sowing the seed to the young ones, but we expect everyone in South Africa to love the country. So we are doing this at the schools because we've got a program that we call Flag at each school. We don't just go and put up a flag. What we do, the children learn how to do the preamble of the Constitution. And we encourage them to, of course, to recite it in the indigenous languages, which is very nice.
That's fantastic.
Yes, and then we give them handheld flags. And also we have the little book that we say, this is the passport of patriotism. This has got symbols that we use in South Africa. We have got our flag that is very, very unique, and, it's one of the best flags in the world.
Yeah.
You can always recognize it wherever
It stands
you are.
out.
It stands out.
Yeah.
Now with that flag, we teach them what those colors mean, how to hang a flag, and it must not touch the ground or the soil. And with that flag, please don't make a tablecloth out of it.
Yeah.
And no tablecloth, no, you mustn't hide something. Maybe when you're unveiling a statue, you hide. No. We must respect it. We love it.
Yeah.
It has got a history. That's why we're taking to schools. They must know where this country comes from. Excuse my rough voice. I've got a bit of...
Not a problem. Not a problem at all.
Yes.
Not a problem. It sounds good. It sounds good. So the radio campaign, what does it entail? How is it going to work?
Leanne, basically what has happened, and I must say this is a very proud moment for SABC to partner with the Department of Arts and Culture, ensuring that we send a message together with the Department of Arts and Culture, knowing that our 19 radio stations touch each and every part of the world. We believe that we could be of assistance to ensuring that the Department of Arts and Culture gets their message to the closest and farthest corner of the country.
Yeah.
So that is why we are partnering, and we are very proud of this partnership. And it is also, you will know, a way to entrench our mandate, that is educating, entertaining, and informing. I think through this, we are just achieving that mandate and taking it further and further.
Yeah. Minister, I mean, this year started off in South Africa with a very bumpy ride. Let's not kid and play around. I mean, issues of racism came about. It was that social cohesion that seemed to be missing quite dramatically. But how do we strengthen relations amongst fellow South Africans and moving towards this common identity and this common love for this country we live in?
Actually, this program is not only for schools. By the way, we are in partnership with the Department of Basic Education, SABC, as has mentioned, and also Tim Tibera's Foundation. And with this, we want to strengthen that love and patriotism that it's supposed to be there, and it must be there. And we know there are many challenges that are there. So this is one way of fostering social cohesion, patriotism, loving your own country. And if you are patriotic about your own country, that means that you are going to work hard, that all these other problems, you are able to see that actually they are not problems. If you plant the seed of love, of patriotism, you won't be doing that. Challenges that are there can be resolved in a smooth way. We sit down and talk and say, how can we do best? Because whom are we spiting?
Yeah.
We don't want to spite our own countries.
Indeed.
So we are supposed to build this country.
Yeah.
And in that way, that is why this program, the children there at the schools, they are going to be reciting the preamble of the Constitution.
Yeah.
And also they are to know the symbols. It's not only the flag, but also we've got what we call the living heritage, which when we ask what is our South African bird or that, they must know the logos. What do those logos mean? Yeah. When you are a proudly South African, you should know that.
You should know all of these things.
Exactly, you should know all those things. We're encouraging also that also communities to sing the national anthem also. The etiquette when you sing the national anthem, that you have your arms on the side, you sing it with respect. And or you don't move around. Just like when we are praying, it reminds us of where we come from.
Indeed.
It again gives us or remind us about the responsibility that we have, that was supposed to build this country.
Yeah, and that pride that we need. And I think with a
Yes.
nation with the sense of pride that we should have, that should bring us that social cohesion. Just finally, it is being launched. It's launching today, the National Identity Radio Campaign at Mohlolo Primary.
That's right.
Talk to me about the launch very quickly.
Mohlolo in Muletsani,
Yeah.
Soweto. But it's not only the event at this place, that's where the launch is. But throughout the country, we will have all our radio stations taking part in different parts of the country, in different provinces. Also, joining us with the launch.
Yeah.
Like in your Mangaung, one of the schools where the children will be singing the national anthem, where we will be putting up the flags and what have you. But Mohlolo is the place to be today.
Great.
We will be with Lesedi this morning. They will be joining us there to make sure that this is a success.
Well, we wish you the best of luck, and we're on board with you all the way for this wonderful campaign. Arts and Culture Deputy Minister Rejoice Mabudafhasi and Acting Group Executive of Corporate Affairs, Mohlolo Lephaka, thank you so much for talking to us about this new campaign that's being launched, and a very, very big campaign that you'll be hearing on radio stations. Afurika Tshipembe lashu, meaning our South Africa, which seeks to foster, promote and entrench national consciousness. Very